Hi, it's your realtor Abby here today with my husband Kevin, and we got Nest thermostats that we are going to do a simple video of how to install them. So the Nest thermostat is going to save energy and money, and it's a pretty easy thing to put in. So when you take it out of the box, we opted for the black option. This part gets screwed into the wall. This is the part that attaches to it. It comes with a screwdriver, and it comes with plates if you don't want to patch holes and repaint. So we're replacing this size thermostat, and it's going to this, which is smaller, much smaller. So we already took care of the painting and patching, and we're about to do the install part. So this is the thermostat that we're going to be replacing today.
Now at this point we've already pulled it off of the wall and actually done some patching and painting of the previous holes that were on this thermostat. The first thing that we did was actually we went down to the breaker box and made sure that everything was turned off on the AC in the furnace to make sure no power was going to the thermostat. The other thing we did is we tried to change the thermostat a couple degrees after we turned it off at the breaker box to see if it turned on for whatever reason, just to be sure and to be safe before we remove the thermostat. Okay, so basically what you do with most household thermostats is you're able to pull the front of the thermostat off. There we go. Okay. What you have here are all your basic wires that are connected to your thermostat. Okay, they're all labeled with the color-coded cords here, and they have a corresponding letter below. This part's important because inside your Nest thermostat box is a sheet, and if you flip it over, it has stickers to go ahead and label each one of the cords that are attached to the corresponding letter. So that way you don't make any mistakes along the way. The other thing that they recommend is that now that you've got the thermostat cover off, is that you go ahead and you take a picture of your thermostat. So just in case anything gets messed up, you know exactly how to put things back together. Okay, after you've taken the face off your thermostat and you've gone ahead and you've labeled all your wires and taken a picture of all your wires, so just in case you screw something up, you know how to put it all back together. Okay, one of the cool things about the Nest thermostat is when they send, or what they send in the box is a handy little screwdriver. The screwdriver is actually interchangeable between flathead and Phillips head. So it's a great little screwdriver. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and disconnect all the labeled wires.
All right, here's what we're left with after the old thermostat's been disconnected.
Next is we're going to go ahead and use the Nest plate to feed the wires through the center of the cap. Okay. Once we have them all through, we're going to take the screws that they gave us. They provided 2 screws. Make sure the Nest is up, and it has this handy dandy little self-leveling bulb at the top. And we'll go ahead and screw this first screw in. These are self-tapping screws, so they go in easily. Now I'm going to use that level to make sure that before I put this second screw in, that my plate is level. Right about there should do it. Next segment, we're going to go ahead and take our color-coded wires. Each one should be labeled with a sticker that was provided by Nest that you previously put the stickers on for. And what you're going to do is you're going to find the corresponding letter that matches up with the color-coded wire that you have. And what you'll do is, for example, this first one, C. C is going to be placed inside the C slot. What you do is push down on the button on the outside, push the wire into the hole, and if it stays depressed, that means the wire is locked in. You're going to do that for the remainder of the wires.
This is what it will look like once all of your wires are connected. And then you need to try to push the remainder of the wires back into that hole so that the faceplate will fit.
Now that your base plate is mounted, you want to take your faceplate, which is your actual Nest operating system, and try to line up Nest with Nest and this plug with this plug here. And that's it. Okay, now that you've mounted your faceplate onto your base plate, you want to go downstairs into your basement or wherever your breaker box is and go ahead and turn the breakers back on. Once you turn the breakers back on, you'll come to a home screen on the Nest system. And the first thing that pops up after the picture of the home is what language you'd like it in. Now, what you need to know about the Nest is you can change up and down the list by turning left and right. Of course, we're English. And then here at the bottom is a button. Might be hard to see in the video. Go ahead and select English. English US, confirm. Internet connection. It'll scan for internet in your home. We're going to go ahead and go down to our Wi-Fi. And then we'll go ahead and enter in our password. Okay, we entered in our password onto the thermostat to connect it to the Wi-Fi. Now it has us connected. All right, press the base button to continue. It'll check for a software update. Okay, now it wants to identify our location so that it can give us updates on the weather. Is this thermostat located at Stafford, VA 22554? Yes. Please describe the location. It's a single-family home. Where is this located? This is located in a hallway in our upstairs. What type of equipment are you using? Are you a Nest Pro or a homeowner? We're a homeowner. Okay, right now what the screen is showing is what equipment is detected. It's showing what wires are currently connected to the Nest thermostat after we've connected everything up. And that is correct. And it gives you an identification of what your system is and what it's capable of doing. Okay, and what is the fuel source for your heating? This currently is electric. This is forced air, what type of heating? And it asks you for your temperature range. Should Nest begin heating or cooling your home? It's winter time here, it's December, so we're going to go with heat. Save energy by using eco temperatures when no one's home, or turn them on manually anytime. So what this is a cost-saving feature that's built into the Nest. So it tells you what you'd like to do for your heating and cooling limits. So we're going to say heat to, and then we'll set that temperature. For us, in our house, we're going to say 68 degrees. Now that's not the most effective cost savings method. They recommend that you drop it down as low as 65 for your heating. And then for your cooling, we're going to adjust ours down to 76. Okay, and then you click done and test your system. Okay, Nest is now configured. Your system is ready to test. You can test it now or test it later. For right now, we're going to go ahead and test it. We'll go ahead and test the heating. Okay, now you got to listen in your house to see if the heat is turning on. The heat is now turning on in our house. We'll go ahead and select done so we know that that's working. Now we'll go down to heating stage 2. We'll select heating stage 2. Okay, this could take up to a few minutes for the air to warm up. But we know in fact that the heating is working. So we'll go ahead and select done. The heat is going to be turned off. Now the next step that it's going to test within our system is cooling. But because it's winter time, The Nest system doesn't want to take the chance of damaging your cooling system, so it won't allow you to test it at this time while the temperature is currently what it is. I think currently it's in the 30s, so it's not going to allow you to kick on the cooling system. That's something you can test at a later date. But what you can do is take it down to the next step and say fan. And now we're going to listen to see if the fan is in fact turning on. The fan is currently on for our system, so we're going to go ahead and select done. Fan's been turned off. Okay, if you're all done now, we've completed all of our tests with the exception of cooling, which we'll have to wait till warmer temperatures to do. So go ahead and select done. Now the next option and your last option in your checklist is the Nest application. Now, that's something you can go on to the Nest website and you go ahead and enter your information to get a login for the Nest app so that you're able to control that from your cell phone anywhere that you have cell phone reception. You can control your thermostats.
So this is what it looks like once it's all set up and ready to go. We found it goes dark and then it will light up as you walk by. So it kind of keeps track of when you're home or not. It also does that through sensing through your cell phone once you have that set up. It will give you the temperature, the time, and then you just turn it to get to different settings.
It'll also send you emails with your energy usage each month. You can also schedule the thermostat for times when you're going to be away. Turn on your fan. You can set your eco options to hit it your maximum heat and your maximum cooling in order to save as much money as possible. And this is also for whatever mode that you're in. Currently we're in heat mode, which is displayed there.
Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed our tutorial about how to install Nests. If you have any questions, let us know. Thanks, bye.